Is that cheating if you're both preppers and you're playing the Sigma Prepper quiz? I don't think there's such a thing as cheating, is there? I don't know. Let's find out. Let's see how well you do. Time for the Sigma Prepper quiz. Let's do it. Come on. Play along. Here we are, the Sigma Prepper Quiz. Multiple choice, just like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, just a million times better. A, B, C, D are your options. This is what you're playing for, the Ultimate Prepper Award. Yeah, who wouldn't want to win that? Check it out. And believe me, when it arrives in the post, it looks as glistening and as sparkly as that in real life. It's pretty cool. Connie Richards is excited for it. Robert McNamara is in the house. Are you going to give it a go this week? Noelle Marie's making pizza from scratch. Do you know, it's like they say, Noelle, if you want to make a pizza from scratch, you first need to start by making the universe. Or is that an apple pie? One of the two. One of the two. Night night, my darling perps. Night night, my darling. Right, let's get into it, shall we? Quiz topic tonight then is, again, we're just doing a general prepper survival info quiz with, yep, so all your favourite survival topics. And we'll see how you get on, but here's how you play then. So this is how we do. Don't put in your answers like this because it's just, you know, not good form. It's not good form and you'll just be telling everybody else what the answers are. So instead of that, wait until you see the last question. There are 7 of them. 7. Wait until you see the last question and then enter in your full answer string that'll look something like this, but not exactly like this because this is just an example. And then see if you are the Ultimate Prepper Quiz winner. Yeah? So, let's see if you make sure you're as live can be. Of course, we aren't monetized, so there's no adverts, so you should be as live can be, assuming you haven't paused it and unpaused it for any reason. If you have, now's the time to correct it. Right. Good luck, everybody. Get ready, and don't forget, if you get a score of 7 out of 7, you'll win the Ultimate Prepper role on the Discord server. So when you're on Discord, you'll see your name will have a special thing next to it, so everyone will know that you're a winner of the Ultimate Prepper Award. Right, so let's get into it. Boom. Questions. Right. Just settling in, making sure everybody's ready. So here we go. Oops, by the way, we do have a little bit of a problem with it taking out some comments, wondering if it's okay with the comments. So I'll try and grab them as they come in and make sure it allows the comments to happen. I'm just checking something else quickly as well. So here we go. 5 seconds. I just gotta wait for this thing to reload so I can make sure it hasn't done me over again like it always seems to want to do. No, it's okay. For some reason, the YouTube seems to turn off embedding on this video when we go live. So here we go. Question number 1 then. The Citizen Band Radio Service, CB, operates on how many channels? Citizen Band Radio Service operates on how many channels? Is it A, 20, B, 30, C, 40, or is it D, 50? Question number 2. In tactical hand symbols, a clenched fist at head height, waving left and right means what? Clenched fist at head height, waving left and right, means what? A, freeze. B, sniper alert. C, run. Or D, vehicle. A, freeze. B, sniper alert. C, run. Or D, vehicle. Question number 3. Which of the following provides a source of safe drinking water? Which of the following provides a source of safe drinking water? A small pond. B, fast-running river. C, a freshwater lake. Or D, none of them. A small pond. B, fast river. C, freshwater lake. Or D, none of them. Question number 4, more than halfway there. What angle of blade sharpening is considered best for pocket and hunting knives? So what's the angle of blade sharpening is best specifically for pocket and hunting type knives? Is it A, 35 degrees, B, 25 degrees, C, 15 degrees, or is it D, 10 degrees? A, 35, B, 25, C, 15, or D, 10 degrees? Question number 4. What is the protective binding wrapped around the center of a bowstring called? So an archery bow or a crossbow has a protective string wrapped around it, binding wrapped around the center of a bowstring to protect it. What's it called? Is it A, serving, B, binder, C, rimmer, D, fleet? A, serving, B, binder, C, rimmer, or D, fleet? Question number 6, the penultimate question. How exciting. Lithium phosphate off-grid battery chemistry is known as what? If you watched the show last night, you would know the answer to this. Lithium phosphate off-grid battery chemistry is known as what? Is it A, AGM lead, B, lithium li-ion, C, LiFePO4, or D, LiPo? A, AGM lead, B, li-ion, C, LiFePO4, or D, LiPo? Final question then, get ready, because when you see this one, you'll be ready to put your string of 7 characters in as your answer. So get ready, here we go then. Question number 7. Which of the following Defcon military ready levels represents fast pace? Fast pace. Which of the following represents Defcon military level fast pace? Is it A, Defcon 1, B, Defcon 2, C, Defcon 3, D, Defcon 4? A, Defcon 1, B, Defcon 2, C, Defcon 3, or is it D, Defcon 4? So, get your answers in the chat then. That is it with the 7 questions. And I wish you the best getting your answers in. Let's get the answers in order of how they came in. You've got 30 seconds to get your answers in. Thank you, everyone. Look, Urban Harvesting gets himself out of woodwork. He's suddenly in the house. Got Daily Survival was the first one in with an answer. Going for, well, of course, we don't know if these are right or wrong yet. We're going to go through the answers once the time runs out. It was Sandy was next. Then it's Robert McNamara. Then we had Extreme Focus. Anset, all time up, Rubber Ducks. Anset Girl was next. Then it was Amphir. Then we had Noel Marie. Urban Harvesting, our current winner of the last 3 weeks in a row. And then Netrum Design we had next. Nicely done. Oh, look, he's already making excuses for himself. Look, I had to rush my answers on 2.0 speed. Think I made a mistake. Oh, so his alarm clock obviously didn't go off because obviously he's in Australia and it's morning time for him. Amazing. So, should we have a look at the answers then and we'll see how well you did. Thank you so much for playing along. Innit? Sneaky. Isn't he just Sandy, right? Lastminute.com. He just turns up out of nowhere just for the quiz and then just runs away. Right, let's have a look then, because I've got, as we usually do, I have a range of additional information for our answers, which is always exciting, and more stuff to learn. So let's jump into that quickly and get that open. So, question number 1 we had how many channels are there on the Citizens Band radio? How many channels are there on a Citizens Band radio? And let's have a quick look in the chat and see what people were saying. So Daily Survival had C there with 40. Sandy was going for B. Robert McNamara with B. Lots of people were going for B. Amphis goes the Nor, because it is indeed. Oh, what did... Oh yeah, urban harvesting. He had C, and it is 40 channels. I grew up with a CB when I was about 13 years old. I got my first CB, and I used to talk to adults all night long when I was 13 about all sorts of stuff. Go to sleep at 3 o'clock in the morning. I was supposed to be up for my paper round at like 7 a.m. Oh man, I'm sure it formed me, and talking to a load of truckers and things like that. Not just truckers, you know, taxi drivers. And so question number 2 then we had, in tactical hand symbols, a clenched fist at head height waving left and right means what? Oh, sorry. Here we go. This is the actual frequency list of the 40 frequencies that there are actually on ham radio. Look, so there you go, and you'll see it says down there, channel 19 frequency wise is the band's dead center, so it's a dead center channel, and that's generally the channel that you used to call someone up on. You'd be like 19 turbo. My name was Turbo, but 19 turbo, 19 cannibal, stuff like that. So yeah, channel 19 is where you know, like the lobby is the lobby, the CB lobby. Question number 2, in tactical hand symbols, we've just done that. Clenched fist means what? Means what? Let's see if anyone even had the slightest clue what this one was. Daily Survival had C, run. Good guess. Sandy had D, vehicle. Robert had A, freeze. Extreme Focus had D, vehicle. So did Ansett Girl. Amphere had A, but I can tell you now, Noelle Marie had D. You were absolutely right, Noelle Marie. Vehicle. Vehicle. So this means there's a vehicle coming, yeah, or something like that. I'll show you the score, how it looks. Here they are, look. So here's all the hand signals, and you can see even a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there's ways of saying that with just one hand, which is handy. So you have to take your hand off the rifle. Let's see if we can find the hand shaking about business. See there, the old rally point? Yeah, rally point. Here we go, look, vehicle, right above my head. So, vehicle, yeah. That's the score with that. I think we might have another one here as well, yeah. Here we go, just laid out a bit differently. It's probably easy to see, look. Ammunition, rifle, I understand. So there's quite a few in there, isn't it? But they're good to know. Good to know. So let's see if who got who got those right. Anyway, I know Noelle Marie did. Nice one with vehicle. Urban harvesting. What did you have? D, vehicle. Good man. Netrum Design was going for B. Sniper alert. That's that one. Is it? Yep. Nicely done. And then we've got, let's have a look. Question number 3 then we had, which of the following provides a source? I'm really interested to see if anyone got this wrong. I hope not. Because I'll tell you now, the answer is none of them. None of these are safe drinking water in any situation, basically. That's the rule. Humans aren't even designed to drink that. Humans usually get their water from the food and the vegetables and the fruit that we eat and the meat that we eat, right? That's where we get our moisture from, 80% of it. Normally, yeah, that's how we've evolved. So Daily Survival, they'd had 3, nicely done. Sandy had sorry, Daily Survival had D, none of them. Sandy had D. Robert had D. Oh, Extreme Focus going for B. Fast River. You don't know what's up. You don't know what's upstream. There could be a sheep pooing in the river upstream, or it could be a dead body upstream, or something like that. That's the problem. Or a factory upstream, dishing out all its nasty pollutants and chemicals. You need a Berkey filter with not just a normal Berkey filter with your carbon filters, but you want the carbon filters and you want the fluoride filters, and then you've got maximum, yeah, and it goes through the carbon filter, through the the fluoride, arsenic, heavy metals filter, and then into your drinking container, right? And I've only got these here because that's from last night's show, the Prepping for 2022 series. Go and check that out if you haven't seen it. Links in the description. So, yeah. And so go. And then, of course, if you are collecting your water out of a fast river, then you just need to be putting it through that. But it's not safe drinking water straight out of the river. And so Gail was going for B. Yeah, I thought that might get a few people. Amphir, nicely done with D. Noelle Marie's doing really well with D. Urban Harvesting had C. Freshwater Lake. Again. Ooh. 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 Nedrum Design in there with D. Nicely done. And that's an important one to know because you don't want to go just getting water out of anything. And, you know. So, question number 4. What angle of blade sharpening is considered best for pocket and hunting knives? What angle of blade sharpening is considered best for pocket and hunting knives we had? So I'm interested to see how many people got this one right. Daily Survival, what did you have? B. 25 degrees. Nicely done. You've done really well. Sandy, what did you have? A. 35 degrees. I'll tell you now, 35 degrees is more what you'd have for like a machete or an axe. Right? But for a hunting knife, you need it to be quite a chunky. You need it to be quite a chunky angle, because. By the way, I do apologise. Shall I just go back to the last one quickly because I've been a very naughty boy again. Here we go. Actually, sorry. So this was drink safe waters, just our last one. This is water purification methods. You've got boiling, filtration, chlorine, iodine, purification tablets or drops, or combination of filtering and disinfectants. But boiling isn't going to get everything out, right? We're going to need to do a whole show about this or something, right? Because it's important stuff and we can't be risking doing stuff like this. So in terms of the blade sharpening angle, yeah, 25 degrees is what we're looking for. And you can see here on this chart I've got where indeed 22 to 27 degrees, hunting knife, pocket knife, survival knife and sport knife. And you like I say, cleaver, machete, I haven't got axe there. But yeah, most choppers. So that the idea you see is that things like on the far left there with the low, that's really, really fine. We're talking like this. This is really nice. This is quite expensive, but this was my. This is like a scalpel blade. This will be more like 9 degrees, right? So this is like super, super sharp, yeah? Like big time. I'm not going to mess around with it, but you get the idea. But this uses a scalpel blade. It's quite unique in its design. And this is a titanium housing. And so this would be a really, really fine blade because it's like a surgeon's blade, right? And so that just folds up like that. Now, the problem with that is that if you try to use that for cutting some wood or something like that, that would blunt down immediately. It wouldn't hold its blade very well at all. So you need to have the right kind of, you know, you need to have the right sort of angle that reflects the longevity of the blade that you want. And so, of course, again here, the 23 to 27 degrees angle on your blade is going to be durable, sharp edge, hunting, outdoor knives, and so on, right? So, yeah. And you can see here the 15 to 18 degrees, sharp, delicate edge, scalpels, fillet knives, and so on, you see? So it's important stuff, and we need to make sure, we're, you know, if we're going to be sharpening our knives, that we're putting the right points on them, because it does make a massive difference, right? So well done to those who got that one right, and nicely done. So next up then, we've got question number 5. We had, what is the protective binding wrapped around the center of a bowstring called? And extreme focus. Sorry, daily survival was the first in there. What did you have? You had A. Nicely done with serving, because that's absolutely right. Daily survival, nicely done. Sandy had D, did you? The fleet? Looks like it. Yep, Robert had A. No, I'm hoping that Extreme Focus had A. Yes, he did. Good man, because he just went on A, as you'll see in the Prepper's Progress coming up next. Extreme Focus went to an archery class, so I'd expect you to sco the gnaw on that one. And who else had the correct answer? I was looking for Noelle Marie. Oh, my darling. I was hoping you'd have that one. You had Binder. That's a good guess. Good guess. Urban Harvesting. Look, he had A. Nicely done, my man. Nicely done. So let's have a look then. Yes, indeed. This is what we're looking for. The serving. And you can see here with a close-up of the string. So this is a classic cursive bow. Or takedown bow, a bit the same. And you got the string, and then it's like a protective binding on that string, which helps. And this is a crossbow version of one, and you can see in the center there. And it has to be, the crossbow is really important because it's sliding on the slide rail, the string. It's going down the slide rail on your crossbow, so it protects the string from wearing down and fraying. So you have to replace it now and again. And you can see it close up here where it's bound around. It looks like they've waxed it as well with beeswax, and this is a D loop been put on for archery. And I've got one of these actually myself, and I've never done it myself, so I'm not quite sure how to do the knots each end. I'm gonna need to try it, but I have got this little machine, and I have got a spool of serving string essentially. So yeah, that's what the serving is, and I know there's a few of us that are into archery and things. I think it's a great sport. I thoroughly enjoy it, and slingshots as well I really enjoy. That's a great challenge. So well done to those who got that right. So question number 6 then, we had lithium phosphate off-grid battery chemistry is known as what? Now for those that were watching the show last night, you'll know this, yeah, and when I talk about the show last night, I'm talking about this one. So you should see it. You should see it on the video, and it's really well worth seeing. This is slide 36 of about 48 last night. It's an epic show. You got to watch it. But anyway, so part of it, we talked about battery chemistries and how many cycles. Because the problem is, you see, is I was talking about the problem when you got you're preparing for 6 months versus preparing for 1 year. I strongly recommend watching this video all the way through. I really do. So 6 months versus 1 year, what the problem looks like, you need to watch it because you'll see the 1 week versus 1 month and things as well, right? But you'll see the cooking fuel, quality off-grid solar panel system. But when we start talking about 1 year's worth of preps, you get a problem where, because the average marine battery, you can see like a car battery, 50 cycles. That means that you can discharge that battery and recharge it only 50 times. And even that's based on 50% depth of discharge. So that's not discharging it all the way down, that's just discharging it 50%. You can only do that 50 times with a car battery. Even with a deep cycle marine battery, which is basically what we saw here is the example, which is why it says there how many cycles. And of course, if you want to keep fuel, you're going to need treatments for fuel, because fuel's only good for about 3 to 6 months, subject to your container quality. Oh, that's the next one, sorry. Wrong way. So in here you'll see the lithium phosphate, the benefit of the lithium phosphate packs, which is what I like to use. This is my one here that I showed last night, which is a lithium phosphate. You see there, LifePo 4. So people had every opportunity last night. You see, there is a benefit to watching the live shows. There's always clues in the questions for the Sigma Prepper survival trivia quiz we do on the Thursdays throughout the week. So if you watch all the videos, you'll see. And of course, the next question coming up was answered by Tia. So yeah, deep cycle, 300 to 600 cycles, right? So basically what it means is that by the time you've recharged that battery 365 times, if you're planning to survive a year, that battery is going to be down to like 20% of its capacity, like your smartphone is after a couple of years, and it doesn't hold its charge for more than 5 minutes. So yeah, LifePo 4 is what we're looking for. LifePo 4 is what we're looking for question 6. Question 6. Daily survival in there with, I strongly recommend you get it right. Yes, good girl. I think you've done really well this week's daily survival. Sandy, what did you have there? D, LiPo. Do you know Magic Hand, Mrs. Sigma Prepper? She went for LiPo as well when I ran the questions by her earlier today. Robert had their C. Well done, Robert. Good man. And Extreme Focus had D, LiPo. Yeah, I thought a few people would go with D. What did Urban Harvesting have? C, he was listening, good man. As was Netrum Design. Great to see you, my man. I'd love to see you, Netrum. And Noel Marie had D again. Yeah, a lot of people went for LiPo, but yeah, LiPo 4. And the benefit, as you saw from that slide I just showed you from last night, was the fact that did it again. The LiPo 4 benefit, look, is 2,000 to 4,000 cycles. The pack I showed you there is more like a 4,000 cycle pack, but that's about $350, $400 worth. Just a small pack like that, right? But because they last 10 times longer. Yeah? They last 10 times longer, didn't they? So even if it was twice as much money, it's still saving you 5 times the money because it lasts 10 times longer. So it's worth bearing that in mind. If you've got long-term plans for preparedness on your off-grid solar power system, go LiPo 4, not AGM lead or flooded lead or marine battery. So the final question then was question number 7. And again, Tia gave you the clue on this one earlier. So I expect everyone to get this one right. If you didn't, you weren't listening to Tia enough. So which of the following Defcon military ready levels represents fast pace? And it is Defcon 2. We are currently at Defcon 3. So Daily Survival again gets it right with Defcon 2. Well done, my darling. Well done. You've done brilliantly. So, who else had Defcon 2 for B? Sandy had B. Robert had A. Defcon 1. That's cocked pistol, they call it, is it? Cocked something? Well, I don't know, Andy. Maybe you should just have a look at your little slide that you've pre-prepared that you kept showing accidentally a minute ago. Good idea, Andy. Let's do that. Although before we do that, we need to... sorry, Sandy. Nothing personal, but need to just clear you off there quickly. Right. Defcon levels, look. So... Oh, cocked pistol, yeah. So Defcon 1, cocked pistol. Defcon 2, fast pace, which is where we're potentially headed into. Europe has already gone into Defcon 2, by the way, but I don't think anyone's supposed to know that yet. Defcon 3, roundhouse it's called, and then Defcon 4, double take. Defcon 5 is fade out, so lowest state, you know, ain't got to worry about much. But when we go to Defcon 2, what we're basically saying here is it's near nuclear war. Armed forces, 6 hours or less to deploy and engage. So you properly know it's go time when even we get to Defcon 2, essentially, right? We're already kind of like at the cusp of how it gets kind of gnarly. And I've got another thing here pulled up for you that I found. You see here, gives you a description. It's a fast-paced look. Defcon 2 level is considered the second most severe readiness condition in terms of the military's response to threat. Again, this level is also related directly to the imminence of nuclear attack. This means that any necessary units of the US Armed Forces are ready to deploy and fight within 6 hours or less. So cocked pistol, we might as well see what this is. Defcon 1 level is considered the most severe readiness condition in terms of threat and response. At this level, the military is at a maximum readiness to immediately respond to threats or attacks, and those related to nuclear warfare in particular. So do you know what? I'm not surprised Tia's report was suggesting it's going to upgrade to Defcon 2 with all the stuff that we've seen going on around the world. But let's have a quick butch and see what we've got rocking. Because the final answer basically should have looked like this is what it should have looked like, right? So this is what your final answer should have looked like. And I wonder who thinks that they've done the best out of everybody here. But I can tell you now, who else have we got in there? Urban Harvesting. I had to rush my answers and so on. But I wonder if you've guessed who the winner is today in the house. But thank you to Magic Hand for the answery poos coming in. But I can tell you now, well done. Daily Survival! She takes it. She totally destroys Urban Harvesting's run. He had a hat-trick run, but Daily Survival does it and gets right in the way of him. And do you know what? Urban harvesting's like, that's what I get for not being as live as possible. But you know what? It wouldn't have mattered because the running total worked out that Daily Survival had 6 out of 7. Awesome job. Well done. And in fact, it wouldn't have mattered, Urban Harvesting, because you end up with 5 out of 7, even if you'd been in there first. But well done as well. Sandy was third with 3 out of 7. So well done, Sandy, for being third. And so Urban Harvesting. So well done, Daily Survival. And of course, Urban Harvesting was in there second with 5 out of 7. And then we had Sandy in there getting herself a good score as a runner-up as well. So well done. Let's hear it in the chat for our winner. Nicely done. Whoop whoop. Thanks, Magic Hand. Congratulations, Daily Survival. Nicely done. Thank you, everyone. Really appreciate you joining in. Great show. Thank you so much. Do hit the like button. So let's get back to base camp. We've got so much more coming up. Let's do it. Thank you very much for playing.